So I'm gonna be a little quieter just because it's actually Tuesday, which is weird because I'm usually filming on Monday. But whatever that was, we just got our theme for this week 26 minutes ago. So apparently it's the 30-day challenge thing, which I think I did, or I did most of a long time ago, but it's not like anyone read it anyways. So anyway, sorry it's dark. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and because I woke up at 3, so I'm gonna do it now. By the way, yesterday was my birthday. I was gonna film it yesterday, but I didn't. I was really tired yesterday. Okay, so anyways, number 1. When did you realize the term transgender referred to you? September 10th, 2011. I remember the day. How did I choose my name? Well, actually, that was pretty quick. I was sitting here and I was like, alright, well, let's think of names. I thought all these names I liked and shit. And then I saw Zane, and I was just like, wait, that's a first name? Because the only time I had heard it used as a name was a last name in Alan Wake. And one of my favorite characters. And I was just like, well, okay, let's go with that. And then I was like, well, let's see if it fits. And then it just did. And it's been 9 months now. And I'm already used to it, so I think I'm gonna stay. I look so tired. Sorry. Have I ever been outed? Yes. Well, I wasn't there. But, apparently my mom told a friend of hers, which I knew. And she's apparently pretty cool about it, so whatever. How did your family take it when you came out? My mom thought it was her fault. My sister had no idea what was going on, and my dad still doesn't know. And what's preventing me is, you tell someone, you don't just say, hey dad, by the way. Well, at least for my birthday. Oh, I didn't get my card from my mom. That reminds me, she bought me a card, a son card, the other day. I haven't gotten it, which is kind of weird, because it was yesterday, but whatever. Am I active in the trans or LGBT community? No, but I'm trying. Well, I mean, it's kind of hard for me to have a social life, considering I don't live in near town. I don't actually live in the city I live in, or something, whatever. So, and I'm not very good at that stuff. I'm not very sociable. Who's the first person I told? My friend, Nick. And he reacted just fine. Actually really well, and I'm glad. Who do I look up to? I don't know. I'd have to think about that one for a while. How do I do with being misgendered? Usually, well, for someone who's so outspoken, I'm actually kind of quiet about it. The only people who really misgender me are either strangers I'm never gonna see again, and if it's a brief thing, hey, excuse me, buddy, or whatever, and or my mother who's crying, and my sister who's just really stupid. I don't know. I'm just whatever. Because I don't really want the fiasco of correcting them. So, what are some of my fears? Well, a lot of things are more difficult. I mean, it's everyone's oh, I'm just gonna get a girlfriend. I'm well, I could do that, only there's the whole issue of everything else. And it's just oh. It's oh yeah, you say you like a guy who likes this and this, but does that mean you don't care about physical things? So that's my fear. It's just you're lying. Anyways, I'm not even gonna answer that one. That doesn't even make any sense to me. What's my method to bind? I actually use compression thingy majigger. It's actually a lot easier. I have a binder, but I don't know. Well, considering I have respiratory problems to begin with, it's easy to get winded. So I just got this. It's a small Nike Pro compression thing. I don't know. It's $40, or $30, I think. But then it's shipping, so whatever. What the hell do I feel about trans laws? Well, they're pretty okay, because actually, a week or two ago, they reinstated a law or thing or whatever it was called where in this province, like sex reassignment surgeries are actually covered by the government, but only up to a certain amount. Like I think it's like 25 a year, which is it's pretty good. I mean, I don't know how common it is, so but it's pretty cool. Even though we're like conservative, we're actually pretty okay. So, and apparently certain parts of it are covered by insurance, so that's pretty cool. How describe how religion and your trans identity may or may not clash. I don't have a religion, and my parents are religious, so I don't. Do I want to be a parent? That's tricky because, well, I can't give birth, or I don't want to, and I don't exactly know how I would impregnate another individual, so I might adopt at some point. That really depends on the other person. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with being by myself. I don't know, it's one of those, I mean, I just turned 19, I have time, right, so, views on the cisgender community, as a whole, a little negative, just because, well, if you've been on Tumblr lately, I made a list the other day, and I don't care what anyone says, it was an experiment, because it was, and it was about, I made a list of people who are cis scum or are affiliated with, and there was like 20 people, and then that got like so many notes, and everyone hates me, and then I made a list of allies, which was like 7 people, and it got like 14 notes. And I really tried to think about that one, and I even asked other people, I was like, hey, and I got an email. And as a community, they're not that great, but there are some, but that's because no one knows, and they're like, oh, well, I'll just rely on the trans people to educate me. Well, how do you think we learned? I learned via the internet. Use it. So, whatever. As long as they don't care, then that's fine. I mean, if as long as they're just like, call me the right name, use the right pronouns, and just don't force their opinions on me, I don't care. So, whatever. But, do I feel being trans holds me back from my career choice? What is my career choice? At first I wanted to go into film, but then I was like, I'm lazy, I gotta deal with people. And then I was like, well, I'll be a writer. And then I was like, wait, no, I have to do things. And I'm lazy, and I'm horrible about writing things. So I don't know, I don't really have a career choice yet. What stereotypes put on trans people? Well, it depends. Is it like trans men or trans women? I don't know, because like, I don't know any stereotypes for any of them, actually. I don't know. Guess I'm not the one to ask. One of my favorite LGBT actor, musician, director, artist. Is Ryan Salins considered an artist? Because, I mean, he's pretty cool, so. He's the only one I know that isn't a total douchebag. Sorry. So, scroll down. Oh, actually, almost done. Yay. Doctor visits. I haven't had any. The closest thing I've had to a doctor was my orthodontist appointment, and, well, I mean, I couldn't exactly say anything, so, whatever. Do I feel comfortable answering questions about being trans for your teacher, friends, stranger? I guess, just as long as it's not invasive. Like, I mean, if it's like, so how do you feel about this? Then I'd be like, yeah, okay, whatever. But if they're like, how do you do this? Go fuck yourself. No. That's no one's business. What goals do I have? I don't know. The usual. Well, I wanna, like, start hormones and stuff, but that, I'm still trying to get past my mother's walls. So once I get past, I guess that's a goal. What is something you have to do every day or else you feel like your whole day is off and you don't do it? Nothing really regarding, I don't know, my gender identity. And the only thing that I can think of like that is like making sure my braces are clear. I don't have anything specific a part of my routine. I mean, actually pretty okay today. Write out something positive about myself using letters in your name. What is, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not writing a haiku. Go fuck yourself. Less than 10 minutes. So yeah. I almost didn't do it this week because I was like, oh, it's Tuesday. but then I have plans today, but then I realized that it's like 5 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't go to sleep. So, yeah, I guess that's it. It seemed like it was a lot longer than or much shorter than I thought it was. Yeah, so, and if any of you stupid people from Tumblr are watching this, because you suck, that whole thing with the list was an experiment. You're just too dumb to get it. I don't expect you to understand.